I'm going to try and start this one with saying the word all right. All right, I did a good job there. I'm very proud of myself, in case you're wondering. So here we have it. We have Romeo, we have Mercutio. And if you flip back in your book there to page 734, we have Mercutio, and Mercutio is a relative of the prince, and he's a friend of Romeo. So we have Romeo, we have Mercutio, we have Benvolio, Romeo's cousin, and they're dressed with masks. All right, masks are just in the movie we saw on Wednesday. They're there for concealment. To kind of hide your identity and whatnot. As it says right here, is people that are party goers who perform a dance they're invited to at a party. All these things kind of go through it, and so it begins. All right, we have Romeo, Benvolio, and it's pretty nonstop here between them, and just talks about someone named Queen Mab, who is a fictional character here, and I'll kind of explain it to you as we go through. But I would tell you that of all of them, this is probably the toughest scene to kind of comprehend. It's a lot of figurative language and just a lot of things to process in a short amount of time. But here we go. All right. Ooh, we still have the Aveda over here if you need it. I'll exit it out. Maybe we'll get something better. Let's see. Nope, not yet. I guess we're going to have to start.
What? Shall this speech be spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
The date is out of such prolixity will have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow of lath, scaring the ladies like a crow keeper, nor know without book prologue faintly spoke after the prompter for entrance. But let them measure us by what they will measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground. I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
So Romeo just saying, hey, I'm just too sad. I'll just sit there and do nothing. And Mercutio is saying, hey, you gotta dance, You're a lover. Take Cupid's wings and fly higher than the average man. Get over it. But again, it's still hard to get over things like this, especially right after it takes place.
Am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in. A vizard for a vizard. What care I what curious eye doth quote deformities? Here are the beetle brows shall blush for me.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
A torch for me. Let wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels, for I am proverbed with a grancer phrase. I'll be a candle holder, and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
All right, we kind of call him a Debbie Downer right now. Wah, wah, wah. Everything that's said to him, he just focuses on the negative, again, I think it's hard. It's our job as people to really help these people out, to help them see through. And I think Benvolio and Mercutio are trying, but sometimes it's just that constant push eventually gets them to go through. Oh, look at that. Got yourself a nice little step stool here. $49.98. Seems pretty big, though. I'd have a hard place storing that in my kitchen for my children. Anyways, continuing on.
Done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this, Sir Reverence, love, wherein thou stickst up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho!
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay we waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that ere once in our 5 wits.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She...
Okay. So Romeo says, hey, I had a dream last night. Mercutio says, so do I. Romeo responds, well, Romeo says, what was in your dream? And Mercutio said, my dream told me that dreamers often lie. And Romeo said they lie in bed while they dream about the truth. And so, Mercutio pretty much says that, dreams are lies. They're only dreams. It's just silly imagination. Romeo kind of feels the opposite way of that. He feels that they're the truth. And Mercutio goes on to talk. Mercutio and Benvolio here kind of go on to talk about Queen Mab, a fictional character who kind of makes you have thoughts that aren't true. They're just lies. Queen Mab is the fictional person of dreams.
She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes, made of long spinner's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner's squirrel or an old grub, time out of mind the fairy's coachmakers. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dreams, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plagues because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometime she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit, and sometime comes she with a tithe-peak's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometime she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of healths 5 fathoms deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two and sleeps again. This is that very Mab that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf flocks in foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them, and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she!
All right. Well, that's a lot of words there, but, Mercutio just kind of, here we are. So we'll continue on here with Romeo.
Peace, Mercutio, peace! Thou talk'st of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin a substance as the
silly
air,
imagination,
and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and, being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen, strike drum!
All right, so Romeo says, I'm worried we'll get there too early. I have a feeling this party tonight will be the start of something bad, something that will end with my own death. But whoever is in charge of where my life is going can steer me wherever they want. Onward, lover boys. And Benvolio says, let's go. And that's the end. Romeo's mood is he's fine going. He's a little hesitant because he's had a dream that will end in his own death, but he's willing to do this. I think he's kind of realized from Mercutio's statement on Queen Mab that, perhaps dreams do lie, but he's just gonna take it as it is. And he's going to continue on here.